Hello there,
Hi,
and welcome to our channel. This is Alice,
and this is Kai.
and today we're going to be taking a look at Lawrence from Lost in the Pond trying American Gumbo for the first time. Based on the video, it looks like he's making it as well.
He's cooking as well as trying, yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting one because is he actually going to make Gumbo or is he going to make a bit of a mockery of it? We don't know. So let's jump in and have a look, shall we? Gumbo, to be honest, Gumbo is something that I would really like to try.
You are really into it, aren't you?
It looks like a bit of me, you know?
Very hearty, very nice. Yeah.
And something like, dunk a bit of fresh loaf of bread
crusty
in there.
bread. Yeah.
That's
nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what
let's see how Lawrence butchers it, shall we?
As a British person who's lived in the United States for 16 years, there are still some American food items that I've yet to try. If you've been watching my channel recently, you'll know that recently
we saw
I
this
made
one,
shrimp
didn't
and
we?
grits recently.
Yes.
And today we're turning to another southern dish, gumbo. For my British viewers who are asking, what on earth is gumbo? I don't know. So to find out, I asked an expert.
I go by Naomi Loves History on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. That's kind of where I show my historical costuming, sometimes historical cooking as well. Gumbo is, I feel like it's a disservice to call it a soup, but it's in like the soup territory. It is a dish that is derived from West African culture, and it was really taken in by a lot of like Creole people in Louisiana. So you have French and Spanish and West African influence, of course, on this dish. The word gumbo comes from a West African word, which is gombo, like Gombo, and that is meaning okra. Traditional gumbo, you have this vegetable is going to be okra, and that was brought up across by enslaved people from West Africa. And so it is a whole dish that is comprised of seafood and meats and rice. The base is like a really spicy roux, like with all these different types of spices. And so once you are able to put all these ingredients together, it comes into this super warm, hearty meal.
Thanks, Naomi. And if you are not yet...
Sorry, I didn't realize it had rice in it as well.
No, I didn't actually. That's definitely an eye opener.
Maybe that's...
Depends how much is in there. You know, like because I think when I've seen gumbo in the videos,
it didn't look like
it looks a bit more brothy, doesn't it?
Very brothy.
So I think it's probably just got maybe some a little bit of rice in, because if it's got too much, it's just going to absorb all the juice. And
obviously it's going to be a risotto at the end of the thing, but I didn't realize it had any rice.
No,
in it.
neither. I had no idea.
Subscribe to this channel. Do that now. That was aimed at the general viewer, not Naomi. In the meantime, join me as I attempt to not blow up my house and in fact, make and try American gumbo for the first time. Now, unlike with the shrimp and grits, I decided that we were going to chop everything well in advance of the video in order to avoid some of the problems that I ran into last time. Also, because there's a particular part of this recipe that takes ages, and that is roux, which apparently takes 45 minutes to make. Naomi, would it be
okay?
This is something that I think that when we've had comments on like cooking various dishes, I think the roux is like a lot of people say it's very easy, but I think it's quite
involved.
A tricky process.
Big problem if we skip the roux.
I'd say the thing that makes gumbo the way it is the roux. Like all the other things,
it's like the base,
preference and taste and texture, whatever. But the roux is what makes it, because that is your base. That is where the depth of flavor comes from. And so, like, if you don't have that, unfortunately, it's not going to be classified as gumbo.
Right, well, I don't want to incur the wrath of everybody in New Orleans, where this is apparently a popular dish during Mardi Gras, which is about to happen. So, if nothing else, this will make for great drunken entertainment. Anyway, let's get started on the roux.
It's like it's making a lot of it.
It comes from Tastes Better from Scratch with Lauren Allen. According to the recipe, you need 4 things to make roux. You need a deep pot, I'm just going to remove the lid for now, all-purpose flour, vegetable oil or canola oil, and... Jesus! Oh! A whisk.
Okay.
Anyway, there are 3 unavoidable certainties in life: death, taxes, and my own inability to cook. Now, in the past, this has always led to some regrettable life choices, like making a full English breakfast at 10 p.m. with nothing but a single egg and some suspicious-looking bacon. Oil, which that sounds like
oh my god.
I've just realised
that is a
2/3.
Oh, you just got it wrong.
That should do it. 1 cup of flour. And now we whisk until my arm dies. All right, so it says in the recipe that we've got to do this, you know, for a long time until it turns brown. It's already started to do that, although at the minute it kind of looks like vomit. You just keep stirring it, apparently.
Right, okay.
And eventually it's going to have the texture of cookie dough. I can't hold the whisk like that.
I guess it's very low heat.
In the way, so I have to hold it like that, and it's very uncomfortable. Now my dog's asking me to go for a walk.
So it's also getting lumps out of the flour.
I cannot go for a walk right now, but Tara's not here. Hey, production! Can you take my dog on a walk? He needs one. So we'll just see where it goes, and I'll just keep doing this for 45 minutes. Better put a timer on. Do I do this the whole time? That seems excessive, which makes me wonder, how did somebody discover that you could make roux? Like, who just stood here and did this for an hour? Come on.
Is it thickening? I think that's what it's likely to do, right?
I'm still here. I can still not feel my soul. I'm on my own and battery exhausted. Oh, this is why I'm not a chef. This is why I am more interested in talking about word differences between Britain and America and things that don't require much physical activity. Because I've been stirring this now for almost 30 minutes and it's still liquid. It is darker brown, but it's liquid. Now I did see a bit of thickness in there, but the recipe says that if it doesn't start looking like cookie dough, then put more flour in and just mix it in. Well, here we are in September 2025 or 1987, and
sorry, it just got to me how it got progressively darker as well, as if he's been cooking for hours and hours. That's quite funny.
It still looks like the river that Augustus Gloop fell into. So I'm going to clear my head, take the dog for a walk, and see if we can salvage this when I get back. Well, say what you like about my cooking, Arthur, but Nigella probably wouldn't take her dog for a walk mid-prep. All right, so we're back from the walk. We're back from the walk, and it's
this is another day, isn't it?
Which
it looks almost like it's the next day because it's light outside again.
It looked brighter. But
like
also, it was light when he took the dog out.
True,
I don't know if the
maybe.
How did this happen? It's almost like somebody felt sorry for me while I was out and fixed my mistake. Now we have to make something else brown. Sausages. So it says do this on medium-high heat for about 3 minutes, and then after that we're going to just turn these over and put them on a plate. So that should be nice and easy. Okay, we've accidentally burned the sausages because I got distracted by the dog who wanted to go outside. And
again,
not letting up on that.
Oh dear.
So let's fix this. Can't really fix it, can you? But we'll just have burnt sausages. It's fine.
Just more flavour.
Maybe this will be good. You know, some people like it when it's nice and crispy. Turn, you. So now
it is
we
better
make the
equipment, doesn't it?
by mixing everything together, so that hopefully my wife doesn't realise that I burned one of the key ingredients. First things first, we put in the chicken broth.
Okay.
Oh, it's just spraying up a bit. There we go. Green pepper, which, that's yellow. Oh well, hope that's okay. It should be, because we've got a lot of green right here. Garlic. So let's just stir all this together.
There's a whole bunch in there though, isn't there?
No longer
nice and healthy.
Oh,
well, it looks healthy anyway.
Good. We're going to spice it up a little bit with some Cajun seasoning. That feels appropriate for New Orleans. Get in there.
Yeah.
Hey, it's starting to look like the picture until I add the burnt sausages. So this is really good. They do love shrimp in New Orleans. Just spoon it in, because if I just drop this in, I know that boiling water will splash back at me. There we go. Okay, put them in, stir it a little bit. Chicken, same thing. Get it on that. Put it in.
Cooked?
Don't know if I've got enough of this.
Because
between you and me, I got peckish this morning and made myself a chicken sandwich. But I think I pulled too much chicken to begin with anyway, so hopefully there's enough here. Look at that, it's turning into gumbo. I can't believe it. There's the sausages. Beautiful. You know what? I like burnt sausages. It's going to be fine. Not sure how long I'm supposed to do this for. Set a timer for like, what, 5 minutes? Now, one of the things that people were saying a lot of during my shrimp and grits video was that, actually, Lawrence, that looks amazing despite you. I'd be very interested to know what you all think of how this looks. I think it looks amazing and I can't wait to taste it. All right, we're just waiting on the rice now.
Oh, so you cook rice separately maybe? Maybe it doesn't go in.
Looks like it, yeah. I mean, that looks good.
Right, the rice
does
is
actually
done.
look good.
Okay.
That
Gumbo
explains it.
actually any good? Let's see. Oh, wow. It is good. It is very good. Firstly, the burnt sausages are not an issue. In fact, I highly recommend burning your sausages. And the overall combination of flavours in this is really exquisite. I can see why this is such a big deal. Given all the effort that went into this and given how good it actually tastes, this might be my new favourite American dish. So then the question that everybody in the world is asking right now is, Lawrence, how many Lorenzos out of 5 are you going to give it? I think this is one of those rare instances where it's so good, I am forced to give this meal, Gumbo, 5 Lorenzos out of 5. Oh my gosh. I've made an absolutely massive bowl for myself because I don't have room in the fridge for a lot of this. So I'm going to have to eat in huge servings right now, which I'm not unhappy about. If, for whatever reason, you somehow like this video and you haven't seen me make shrimp and grits, you'll do that next. Until next time, goodbye. As a British person...
Oh, what do we do? Oh, you studying. That was cool. I mean, he's a calamity in the kitchen, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Somehow, I was thinking the same. Like, it just went a bit wrong, a bit chaotic.
Well, I think that his wife or partner stepped in and made the roux.
Do you think so?
Because he did say, when I came back, it's miraculously gone right, you know? So I think his wife stepped in. She
carried on.
I think she fixed it, basically.
But somehow it turned out looking really good.
Nice, didn't it?
Yeah. Not as watery as I was expecting, like we've seen in some other videos from people trying in restaurants and that.
I guess it's just different variations, isn't it? It depends. That's probably also down to how much flour you're putting in, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, really.
But, I mean, it looked good. And the rice makes sense now. The way
just
you
on
have
top
rice on the side, you can dip a little bit at a time to make it.
Honestly, I would bin the rice and get a crusty loaf of bread. Just dunk it. That, for me, you know, that's a nice a bit like you'd have like a nice soup, a stew, and get
with
your
a
bread.
Nice sourdough baguette.
Yes,
crusty. Yeah, I'm really hungry.
If I had to, the rice is okay, right? But bread all the way.
If we had the choice, I would go bread as well. Very nice. It's
if Lawrence can do it, I think we can.
I think we can do it
based on his kitchen skills.
Yes,
he set the bar like about our level. I think we can manage.
I think we can just about manage to make one ourselves as well.
That's it. Might burning the house down, you know. Might burn the sausages though.
No, we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
We'll be fine. We're definitely gonna start doing it. Aren't we?
We have this plan of trying cooking and filming some stuff that we are cooking.
Absolutely.
Well,
I think the first thing we'll do, outside of trying snacks and stuff, I think the first thing we're going to cook will probably be biscuits and gravy.
That's one of our favorite things.
That's the first thing we've seen.
We've committed.
Yes, we're going to do that. And then I think maybe this looks like the next
really good.
Gumbo, because this may actually become our favorite. You know,
it feels like it's not necessarily a spring/summer dish. You would very much
because it's big and heavy,
and it just feels like, you know, one of those stews that you have really hot
mug, you know,
in winter with your bread.
I get that.
But we'll give it a go.
I tell you what, though, I do love his dish. Not dish, you know, the container.
The pan.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's very deep pan.
It's massive, isn't it?
So but good I suppose for soups and that.
Making like a massive batch, you know, mind you, I don't even think that would fit in our fridge.
It wouldn't fit in our fridge. No, we need to.
We'll scale it down a little bit. Yeah.
We don't have a big American fridge.
We do not, no. Nor do we have any room for it either.
Yeah.
Anyhow, guys, if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.